I'm Janae, and I am a third-year UC Merced student who will be traveling abroad through UC EAP for an entire year in Japan. My program starts off with an intensive language program, which is hosted at International Christian University, and then for the academic year, I will be going to Keio University. This will be the first video of many in which I will be sharing my experiences with you, as well as answering any questions that you might have about the study abroad program or any other topics that I bring up in my vlogs. So first, the application process. For this program specifically, it requires that you have a 3.0 GPA or higher, you have 1 year of university level Japanese, and that you are a sophomore or higher. I also want to mention that for the GPA requirement, it must be maintained all throughout the application process. Even if you slip up for a quarter or a semester, it could affect whether or not they'll allow you to go. If you have any other questions, you're going to want to go to your study abroad center. And this also affects when you graduate. Well, it has the ability to affect when you graduate. So during the application process, you also have to talk to your academic advisor, and they're going to recommend whether or not you should stay for a summer, a semester, or a year. And they'll also mention, what they feel is best for you to take, so you're not just taking random classes. So then you might be asking, well, what am I going to do there academically? My academic advisor recommended that I take upper division electives because, one, the way that the units are represented at Keio are not the same as my school. Also, the material covered in a class that I think might translate back might not be the same and has the potential to not be accepted by my university. Another thing to think about is why you want to go. During the application, you have to write a statement of purpose more than once, and some of them are kind of specific. So you can use the same one, but you might have to tailor it, but just know why you really want to go and make that clear. The next thing is the visa. To get a student visa, I have to have a certificate of eligibility from Keio, which I won't receive in time to actually get a visa. So when I get to Japan is when I'll actually have to apply for it. The reason why I need it is because Japan requires that you have a visa stating why you'll be there if it's longer than 3 months. Okay, next topic, flights. I needed to get a round-trip ticket because I do not have the ability to get my visa before I leave. However, they recommended that I get a round-trip ticket with flexible dates. So when I actually do get my visa, I can just push back my plane ticket. And that also provides proof that I'll be leaving the country within 90 days, which is what you need if you don't have a visa. I got my ticket through STA Travel. They help book flights, hotels, and hostels, as well as rental cars. They also have a service where you can put a deposit down on a ticket and then pay for it later up to 7 days before you leave. I'll be linking them as well as everything else that I'll be mentioning in this video in the description so that you can look more into it yourself. Alright, on to financial aid. So I will not be getting too deep into it just because it varies among each individual. However, I will say that for my program it says that my financial aid that I received during my academic year will be reflected onto the program itself. So if the cost of attendance is higher, then they'll move my financial aid up. If it's lower, then they'll move it down. As far as scholarships go, one major one is the Gilman Scholarship. I know a lot of people have talked about it before, so I'll just link it in the description so that you can look at their website yourself. I didn't receive it because I didn't get my application in on time, so I don't think that I'm the best person to talk about it. 2 scholarships that I did receive, however, are the Promise Awards from UC EAP. They're very simple to apply for. All you have to do is fill in your information and then submit a statement of purpose stating why you feel that you deserve the scholarship. There are also other scholarships available, and I will link to the EAP website so that you can look at the list of scholarships that they offer. The final topic for today is vaccines. I actually got a job for my sophomore year to help cover for the costs that I thought I would be having while abroad. However, I was completely blindsided by the fact that I was going to have to pay for my vaccines, the biggest one being the Japanese encephalitis vaccine. My doctors could not get it for me, and I had to go to a travel clinic to receive it. However, in my area, it costs nearly $360 or $50 per shot, and it's a 2-dose shot. And so I did actually have to go to a travel clinic, like I said, and I ended up getting a series of shots, which I will show you now. I will be putting a link to the CDC's website so that you can see for yourself the vaccines that they recommend, but it's still important to go talk to your doctor about it. The one shot that's on there that I didn't get was the rabies shots, and that's because I didn't feel like I would be putting myself at risk for rabies or going spelunking where there's bats. One last thing I want to mention about the vaccines is if you are going through a travel clinic, look into the different areas and look at the different pricings that they offer. I was not aware that I would have to pay consultation fees, but that was a part of it just for going there. The cost of the first place was higher than the second place when I went for my follow-up appointment to get my second series of shots. Also, some of them hurt. Namely, 4 out of the 8 hurt a lot. They had to go pretty deep in your arm, especially the typhoid one. That probably hurt the most. But that's about it for vaccines. That about wraps it up for today. I want to let you all know that I have a Facebook page where I will be posting when I update my blog and this YouTube channel. So you can like it just to get updates on that. My vlogs will hopefully be short and just kind of briefly go over things, and I'll be more descriptive and possibly more personal in my blog about the experiences that I have, since it's easier to write about something than it is to record and edit a video. That's pretty much it, and look forward to the next video. Bye! Is not required, so if you just want to go to... Are you fucking serious? Whoa!